Hey OFP Nation. In today's Save a Trader interview, we are speaking with Jamaur Johnson of Tampa, Florida, USA, who violated the 4% daily drawdown and 8% max drawdown. While Jamaur is a seasoned trader of 8 years and leads a thriving community of aspiring traders, together we discuss that failing to pay proper attention to detail or setting appropriate risk management parameters can still happen to the best of us. So if you're ready to dive into this interview and hear what insightful thoughts Jamaur has to share about this overall experience, stick around and let's find out. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for coming to hang out with me today and chit chat, and let's talk about your account and your account violation.
Okay.
Before we dive into that, who are you and where are you from?
All right. Well, my name is Jamaur. People online knows me as Sus Filiano, Meta SV. I'm honestly just a man here on earth trying my best. And I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware. Currently live in Tampa, Florida right now.
Jamaur, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I don't know how much you know about Save a Trader, but essentially, it's something that we decided we wanted to do to kind of give back to our community. We understand trading is challenging enough. And so, when traders make mistakes and they lose their accounts, we thought it would be cool to give a couple traders a month the opportunity to get their account back by just coming and hanging out with us, reviewing their account violation, seeing at least do they understand where they went wrong, and see if it makes sense for us to provide you with any insight that could assist you with doing better moving forward in your journey. So if you don't mind, could you share with us, with me, how long you've been trading?
So I've been trading since 2017, so about 8 years.
And what kind of experience do you have with prop firms, and what's your history with that?
I currently do use prop firms. In the past, back in 2017, they didn't exist, or they existed, we didn't know about them. So I didn't really get acclimated with prop firms until about 2020. I think like right around COVID, we were using a few of them. And then we went through this big ordeal where MT4, MT5 went down. And then, we kind of got discouraged with the prop firm and went back to trading our own money. So to be fully transparent, it's been an up and down. It's been a seesaw, type of experience with prop firms up until this moment, where we've had some success and we saw the rules change on us. Then we switched to futures, and then, those rules change and different things like that. But definitely a firm believer of leveraging other people's money to get results for sure.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with me. So I guess as far as trading is concerned, right? I mean, would you say you're a full-time trader, or, is it something you do kind of like part-time, or, what is it?
I give myself the full-time title. Yeah. If I'm not trading, I'm still doing something inside the space, whether it's like creating a journal or, back testing or coming up with some indicators that can help make things easier. So I'm definitely a full-time invested.
Obviously, we're going to talk about, a trading violation you went through. You seem like a seasoned enough trader, so I'm sure you'll be able to share with me. We'll be able to, pretty clearly what went wrong. But I am curious to know, though. First and foremost, I see that you selected the $10,000 account, 80% profit split. Is there any particular reason why you chose this account model?
Yes. 90% of the people who come into this space, right, don't even know about prop firms, don't know about leveraging other people's money. And then the 10% that do know about it, 90% of them don't know how to manage other people's money, right? If you can't grow $1,000 account, you won't be able to grow $100,000 or $1 million account. So what I wanted to do, first off, OFP was the first company that I saw even had, a package that was priced at. I honestly was in one of those, let me just see if this thing is real type of, mindset, to where the price was amazing. The fact that it was instantly funded, I didn't have to go through any challenges. So this was more so for me to also show my community that, hey, look, you don't need a lot of money. You can come in, you can get a $10,000 account, instant funding for under $100. I'm not even sure how much it cost me at the time, and still be able to receive withdrawals every single month. So it just was one of the lower model or the lower price models that you had that I kind of wanted to make an example out of while I'm trading my other live accounts as well.
I see. That makes a lot of of sense. Now, we do have three different trading platforms. We have Match Trader, Trade Locker, and C Trader. I know that you're in the United States, so there may be one of these platforms that are not available. I think C Trader is not available to US residents. Is there a particular reason why you chose Trade Locker?
No, honestly, I started with Trade Locker when it first came out a few years ago with another prop firm and another trading company. And I kind of never used TradeLock. I've been with TradingView for the longest time, but when I found OFP and then I saw that they use TradeLocker, it really just got me excited to get reintroduced into TradeLocker. And that's kind of why when we go over the reason for violation, that's what led into my violation. Actually, is I didn't have a lot of experience with TradeLocker, but I definitely believe in the platform. I love how all of the tools work, how seamless, and I'm in a Discord, so I see all of the updates they're constantly making. So it just gave me a peace of mind knowing that, hey, if I'm trading on a platform, I at least know, the owners are here, the money is going to be here, and I don't have to worry about anything that I dealt with in the past, for sure.
All right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what I decided to do, this is the back office, right? And I do have access to going back here and kind of like seeing your stats on this account. Take a look at your trading history and what happened and what caused your violation. But before we kind of dive into that, do you mind sharing with me what essentially is like your day-to-day, like what kind of trader are you? Like, are you typically a day trader, a scalper? How does that, work for you?
Oh, that's a good question. Prior to prop firms, I've been a swing trader, right? I'm looking for the swing move. I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. For futures, I'm looking for a 100, 200 point move and I'm done, right, for the day. Typically, I still swing trade on my live accounts. That's what I'm doing. But with the prop firms, me trying to pass them, hit that 10% and try to, get the goal, I am more of a scalper, a day trader up until the evaluation pass. So that's why I came over to OFP, because I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even have to do scalping to, get those points to worry about the daily drawdown. So I'd love to say I'm a scalper, but I'm not. I'm a swing trader and I love swing trading. So what OFP gives me is the ability to know that I don't have to worry about securing $100 right here, 200, or if it pulls back on me 3 or 4 points, I'm out. So definitely swing trader.
I love swing trading too. It's my preference. I am not a day trader. I've tried. I'm still trying.
Right.
But I've always found my success in swing trading. So
yeah,
I can definitely identify with that. Were you swing trading on this account? Was that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, so originally, so to be fully transparent, the first few trades was just me getting familiar with the platform. Like I've never even, it's about 2 years. When Trade Locker first came out, I was with KOT or something like that, another platform a friend of mine had, and we had accounts, and I think I took 3 or 4 trades. So these first initial trades at the beginning of December were just me getting acclimated with the platform. Just me, seeing the buy and the sells, and then moving all of my indicators over from TradingView over to Trade Locker, and then, kind of just getting excited to be on the platform. And then the 2 violation trades were a total accident. Not to say that accidents don't happen. So that is the reason, why I want to put this out there, because you can have a great trading plan, right? You could be a great trader, but if you don't take care of the basics, right? Like in this situation, I have 2 trades that I entered, 2 twin trades, and look at the losses, $400 some on both of those. I'm normally the guy that cuts my losses and let my winners run. So for some reason, I was logged into the demo account as well as another account and just got confused, entered the wrong trade on this platform, and hence let it run. I didn't even put a stop loss in, which is unlike me. I'm a 20-point guy. If price goes against me 10, 20 points, I cut those losses. Like you can scroll up and see that I'm good for cutting losses and then trying to let the winners run. But for that example right there, and it's almost embarrassing to say it, because here you are 8 years later. But this is why I wanted to even be transparent, because even 8 years later, a guy that uses a trade journal, right, a guy that has the tools and everything, I still overlooked the fact that, the account that I was trading on. And even then, I still should have had my stop loss and take profit. So that just means that even when you're practicing, right, you should be practicing like it's the real thing. So for on these 2 right here, they should have had stop losses. I shouldn't even be on this screen right now, because those stop losses should have been hit. But I'm glad they are, because now I can bring awareness to others, as well as myself, for sure.
For the traders who are watching this, I do just want to let everybody know. So the violation on your account was the 4% daily drawdown, and then the total 8%, which you did that all in one day. I think it's great that you're coming onto this call and you know clearly what went wrong. And it was just like, you know what? I just was being careless. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't set my parameters. I didn't set my stop loss appropriately. I blew my account. I violated my drawdown. I don't know if you know this, Jamaur, but in general, on average, the number one reason why traders do lose their accounts is because they violate the daily drawdown. That is the number one reason. At least here at OFP, that's one of the top reasons why traders lose their accounts, is because they violate the daily drawdown. And a lot of traders, they violate the daily drawdown simply because they get greedy or they get emotional. They overtrade. They start chasing trades instead of having the discipline to sit on their hands and say, you know what, I need to be done for the day. Or you know what, I need to reduce my risk. Usually when I sit down with traders and we have these conversations about their account violations, especially when it comes to drawdown, these are things that I'm able to identify. Yeah. I'm able to identify, oh, wait a minute, you're doing this when you should have been doing this. But I think for you, it's pretty clear that you just had a happenstance. You just had
a mad scientist is what I like to say sometimes. Like I said, if I'm not trading, right, I'm in the lab trying to find ways to make my trading better, right? And I got 4 screens up. I'm not in my office right now, but I have 4 screens up, right? So I'm constantly engulfed in what I'm doing. And one thing that I will say, I got to say this to a few partners of mine, and we laugh when we got it because it's the truth. And thanks to companies like yours, is we get paid for patience. That's it. We get paid to have patience. Wait for the setups to come, right? You know what your strategy is. When your strategy comes, you know your proper parameters, and you take it right there, right? We don't get paid to gamble. We don't get paid, to make magic happen. We really get paid for patience. This was one of those even explanations why, patience is important, because even if I still have my parameters in place to prevent my stop loss from being triggered, it may have still not been the right trade, right? But I would have had another week or two to continue to live from there. So just being patient, waiting for the right setup, and knowing that we get paid for patience is really important, at least for me.
I appreciate you saying that. That's very profound. I think that those will be some really great words for traders to kind of meditate on, right?
Yeah.
Because, especially when you're new to this industry, which we do, a lot of new traders like to trade with us. Man, patience is a thing that gets a lot of us.
Yes.
It does. Patience and waiting for the right setup. When we get impatient, we get in too soon, or whatever the case may be, or we take too many trades. We take extra trades that we shouldn't have been taking anyway because they weren't the right setup.
Or you missed the setup, right? Or you missed the setup, and then you're chasing it instead of just being patient for the next zone and next, potential setup.
Exactly. So I guess for you already know what you have to do.
Oh yeah. Here's what I will say, OFP. You will never see me on this call again saying this. I'm looking at you in the eyes. You can see me. This will never, I won't say it never happen again in life. But this right here, this negligence that you're witnessing, will never see it again from me. And I hope that you watch this and you'll never see it again from yourself if you've done the same thing. Because, the beauty of knowing where you went wrong is you know where you went wrong. Exactly. But after the beauty comes the pain of like, oh my God, how could I? Like when I logged in and I saw that, I was down 800. I treat every dollar like it's mine, right? Like we're really about percentages. So I'm like, how does that happen? And then I look and I'm like, oh, okay, 0.05 off the rate.
Yeah, wasn't paying attention, didn't put my stop loss, but count it as a lesson learned.
Sure.
No matter how new you are to the game or how seasoned you are in the game, I always say I'm always a student. I'm always learning. There's never a moment for me not to learn, for me not to grow. I don't consider myself a guru at all. I have my seasons where my game is off. Definitely, count it as a lesson learned. And I guess all I can say is I really appreciate you, kind of just taking your time to come and hang out and talk and give me the opportunity to kind of, let's take a look at your account. Let's see where we went wrong and what we learned from this. And I would say attention to detail is a lesson learned from this. Pay attention to detail.
Absolutely.
I guess before we go, I want to ask, do you have any final words or anything that you'd like to share with me, with us at OFP, or with the traders who are going to watch this?
I hope to be back on another interview with you from the winner's circle, from that side. And then I'll have, some words on that side. But, from this one, again, just want to give my hats off to OFP. What you guys are doing is amazing. I have friends that still don't believe what we do is real. They're looking on Career Builder, they're on Indeed.com. I'm like, yeah, but Bank of America pays people like us to do this, right? So I just love that you guys give individuals the opportunity to free themselves, man, because that's what this does. This gives you time freedom, right? If you do the right things here, you guys, and you have patience, right? You catch your setups, you get withdrawals. I don't know where anywhere else you can get paid for having patience, right? You take a setup and somebody else pays you from their money, right? This is the best industry to be in, and I'm grateful for companies like yours that are, legit, forward, and even here to help their traders. So I'm really grateful.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. There's a lot of love and a lot of passion and behind what we do here. I personally, as a trader myself, I love doing these interviews. Saver traders are my favorite interviews to do. It's always nice to see who's in our community, get to know them, learn about their hopes, their dreams, even their fears and what drives them, which for a lot of traders, it's always their families that drive them. It's great to see the people whose lives that we're impacting. So I thank you for being on this ride with us, and we look forward to seeing you get focused, get on your game, scale this account, and we will absolutely do an interview on the opposite side sometime.
That's right.
Awesome.
Right? Awesome. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Jamaur. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. So, what do you think about this interview? Were there any valuable takeaways that you can apply in your own trading journey? What about Jamaur's takeaways? Like, for example, we get paid to be patient. Or even when we think we're trading on a demo or practice account, we should always treat it like we're trading the real thing. If you got any value from this interview, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and let us know in the comments. Other than that, remember to stay focused, trade smart, and we'll see you on the next Save a Trader interview.